G'day, everybody. Welcome back to 50 Yard Line. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. We are wrapping up the week that was in college football. Obviously, we're in the playoffs. We were doing semi-finals. It was a fantastic week of games. To say there were some upsets is probably hitting the nail on the head. But we'll get to that in just a moment, too. So, Chris, welcome to you. Hopefully, your week is going well in the mobile
Good evening.
recording studio. Welcome to you, mate.
Yeah, the mobile studio is mobile right now. That's why I'm not on camera.
Yeah.
And by mobile, I say I am technically in motion, a little bit slower than normal because I'm going through the work zone from hell in Northeast San Antonio.
Nice. Good times. Good to be back in Texas, eh?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, good. Hey, 85 degrees down in Laredo this afternoon. On
85?
January 6th, 85 degrees.
That is crazy.
It was toasty warm down there today, and I was very happy for it. Getting to wear shorts in January, it's just a nice added bonus for me. I love being able to do that.
That's right. I tell you what, talking about heat waves, some parts of Australia are meant to be hitting 46 this week, so good luck to them.
Ooh,
Good luck to them
46.
out west. Yes. It's meant to actually last for almost a week, so very good luck to them out there.
Yeah.
So
I'll translate that for those of us who use patriotic units. That is 115 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yes, it's toasty. It's toasty.
At that point, anything above 110, it's all the same. It's all the same name for me. Effing hot.
That's right. That's right.
Now you're talking to somebody. You're talking to somebody who's lived in Southwest Arizona, heart of the desert. Okay.
Yeah.
Summertime temperatures out there. It is not a stretch to hit that territory or higher.
Yeah.
My first day in Yuma, Arizona, my first full day out there, 2001, high temperature was 50 Celsius, 122 Fahrenheit.
I mean, there's not much you can do in that temperature. It's just like hold on for the ride, and hopefully you'll see the next day. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that is crazy temperatures.
I considered that the price I paid to be able to go swimming outdoors on Christmas.
Well, that's it. Exactly right. You gotta pay the piper, as they say. You know, there's a cost and everything.
I'm willing to suffer that to be able to not have to shovel snow on Christmas Day. Yeah. You don't have to shovel sunshine.
That's it.
I'm okay with decorating the palm trees with lights.
Exactly.
I'm good with that.
Exactly. So let's jump into this week that was in college football. We sat down, we watched 4 games on I say weekend, it was actually during the week for us.
Felt like the weekend.
It felt like the weekend. We're used to Saturday, Sunday football, but whatever day of week it was fantastic. Let's start with the first game off the rank. Probably an upset, I would say. I would say the way that these two teams came to this playoff game, you know, Ohio State was on the this is just a stepping stone, you know, a speed bump, will you say, to the championship game. But man, what a speed bump Miami turned out to be. Completely stopped them dead in their tracks.
A lot of the experts said that was a speed bump. This is going to be a speed bump. Vegas thought this was going to be a speed bump. Miami was a 9.5-point dog.
Yeah.
Coming into the Cotton Bowl against Ohio State. Now, Ohio State, they deserved the position they were in. Defending national champions, number 2 seed, 1 loss. Their only loss to the number 1 seed, Indiana, in the Big Ten championship game.
Yeah.
But you did see some cracks from Ohio State in that Big Ten championship game.
Yeah.
Things that, maybe didn't display red flags, but at least orange ones were flying on the flagpole.
Yeah.
Okay. Their offense was not good in that game.
No.
Their defense was excellent, as it had been all season, but it cracked in the end. Okay, Indiana gets the go-ahead score, and it was enough. They cracked at the end of that game, and you thought maybe there's something Miami can exploit here. Turns out they did. Now, Miami's defense, I would say a very underrated defense.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
We saw what they did against Texas A&M, going to Kyle Field, giving up 3 points.
Yeah.
Against a team that had been scoring 40 with the regularity of the Tides.
Yeah, that's right.
All season long.
Yep.
All season long, A&M did not struggle to get to 40.
Yeah.
They get 3 against Miami. So you knew the Miami defense was absolutely top-notch.
Yeah.
And when you combine that with the fact that Ohio State's offense, I described it in the preview to the quarterfinal, Ohio State's offense seemed like a Ferrari on Fifth Avenue in Manhattan.
Yeah.
It's not getting out of second gear. It just can't get up to speed.
Yeah.
It never did against Miami.
No.
Miami brought pressure, and Miami is able to bring pressure on virtually every play they want to bring pressure. They're going to get somebody in the face of the quarterback. And they did a lot of that in the Cotton Bowl against Ohio State.
Yeah.
I don't have the exact numbers right in front of me at my fingertips, but their front four is going to bring it. And I've always seen, the Miami over the last 40 years, they've had some excellent teams. All right.
Yeah.
Obviously winning national championships in the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s. They've had some excellent top-notch football teams throughout their history. And I've always found that the best Miami teams are the ones that have a front four that are a little bit undersized, but incredibly high motor with high speed.
Yeah. Yep.
I remember they played Nebraska. This is 30 years ago. I'm digging deep into the memory bank here. But they played Nebraska in a de facto national title game. Okay. All right. This was pre-BCS era. I want to say it was 95. It was a de facto national championship game. And Miami brought in one of these front fours that were undersized, but man, they were speedy. Okay. And very physical, very violent, despite the lack of size. Nebraska brought in an offensive line that was the prototypical corn-fed mutant lineman that the Midwest is famous for. Okay. The Midwest seems to breed these very large kids who are like 6'5", 320, and Nebraska lined them up left to right.
Yeah.
And Miami kicked the holy living snot out of Nebraska in that game because the offensive line could not deal with Miami's speed.
Yeah, that's it.
In their front four. And the quarterback was eating pressure all night long.
Yes.
The running backs were eating pressure all night long, could not get past the line of scrimmage. It was a bottom line, a very impressive performance from Miami. And it was similar. We saw similar things from them in this game last week's Cotton Bowl.
Yeah.
They get off the line, they get to the quarterback, they get in his face, they make him make mistakes. Yeah. They make him throw bad passes. Okay. Incomplete passes, or they get sacks. They get stops for losses. And they hold Ohio State with this plethora of offensive weapons to 14 points.
Yep.
And wind up getting into a semifinal. It was, I was impressed. I said Miami 9.5. I said the number was too big. 9.5 was too big.
Yep.
I thought Ohio State was going to win. I didn't think they'd cover. I did not expect Miami to cover the 9.5.
Yes. I think
that surprised me.
I think that what you're saying about getting out of second gear. I know we've said it before where Ohio State has these very, very slow starts to their games, but they're usually big enough and strong enough to kind of muscle their way through third, second quarter, you know. However, as you said, you know, coming up against a team that's pretty much fought their whole season to get where they are, you know, scraping by, winning very close games. They just had more depth, and Ohio State just couldn't keep up. At the end, as you said, you know, the defense cracked, and then that was it. That was over for Ohio State. So I think think you hit the nail on the head with that analogy as well.
Miami all season long, especially late in the season.
Yeah.
You know, early in the year, you know, they had the win over Notre Dame that they hung their hat on for the entire season, basically.
Yeah.
But, you know, they went undefeated for a while. Then they had their what the hell games in November.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, what in the hell are you doing losing these games?
Yeah.
And they wound up in a position where they had zero margin for error.
Yeah.
And it's been like Miami ever since they got their second loss. They've kind of been playing playoff games.
Yeah.
Okay. Knowing that, hey, we gotta win these games. We gotta win all these games.
Yep.
We have no margin for error. We lose again, we're toast.
Yep.
And they've been playing in a playoff footing ever since I would say the SMU loss, 1st of November.
Yeah.
You know, and go through. They wind up sneaking into the playoff as the last at-large team. They get a road game. They win.
Yep.
They win their first round game against A&M, and at this point, they're so battle tested. And Ohio State all season had looked like a lion playing with its food.
Yeah, that's right.
They knew they had more than enough talent that they can look a little bored, look a little disinterested, and their talent's going to get them over the line.
Yep.
That worked until they ran up against equal talent or nearly equal talent.
Yes.
And I'm talking about the game against Indiana and the game against Miami. They ran up against teams that maybe didn't quite have equal talent, but it was close enough.
Yes. Yeah.
The gap was small enough that being bored or disinterested winds up costing them. And that's exactly what happened to Ohio State those last two games. I mean, they finished the year on a 2-game losing streak.
Yeah.
You know, they won their first 12. They came in as defending national champions, and they're going to enter the 2026 season on a 2-game losing streak.
Yeah, that's right.
Not a good sign. Not
a good sign. I guess that's when danger of relying on your talent, you know. Oh, the talent's going to get us through. Don't worry about it. But when you come up against these,
and you don't put in the work.
Yeah, these battle-hardened teams that have been out there fighting for their life week in and week out, you know, they're going to be tough to beat. So I don't think anybody was expecting the scoreline, and I certainly don't think Ohio State fans were expecting that outcome as well too. So, but I guess we always say you're only as good as the day that you play. So, and on the day, Miami just wanted it more, and they were just willing to give up more for it, and they just fought a little bit harder.
They did. They did, and you know, I mentioned, you know, Miami playing like they've got they were in a playoff mode for the last month of the season.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, think about what Indiana has been disrespected so much the last 2 years.
Yeah.
They've been playing with a giant chip on their shoulder for 2 years.
Yep.
You know, you disrespect us, you disrespect our schedule, you disrespect who we beat. Now, last year kind of deserved because they didn't win those big games.
Yeah.
They're 2 big ones against Ohio State and Notre Dame.
Yeah.
They did not win those games. So the disrespect probably a little bit deserved. But man, this year, they're playing with that chip. They're like, we got something to prove.
Yeah.
And they treated that Ohio State game just like that.
Yeah.
That we are bigger than you, we are better than you, we are tougher than you, we are stronger with you. Stronger than you, and we are going to take you down, Ohio State. We do not fear you. We are the baddest mother effers in the valley of the shadow of death, and we don't have to fear no evil at all, especially the Ohio State Buckeyes. That's what Indiana was saying.
Yep. And I think they went on to prove that as well. But we'll get to that game in just a moment. So we'll leave Miami and Ohio State, which I think was probably the upset of the weekend for sure. I certainly didn't have Miami beating Ohio on the bingo card. However,
I think Georgia fans may want a word with you for that statement you just made. But we'll get to that one.
We'll get to that one in just a moment. So, but let's jump into let's do the Oregon one next. Which obviously, personal circumstances. That was the game I was worried about. The whole time since that match was announced, it was Texas Tech coming out and saying, look, we're going to wipe the floor with Oregon. You might as well not even turn up because it's going to be a game for the ages. And, Oregon's not strong enough. They haven't played anybody, yada, yada, all that kind of stuff you always hear. And then we get to the game and it's 23-0. And you go, huh? What just happened? As I said on the day, the offense for Oregon, pretty average. Everybody's going to say, pretty average. We had some great flares up, but the defense for Oregon that day, oh my God, it was just amazing. Amazing defense. I think we could have beaten anybody on defense that day. What was it? 4 turnovers, on the day. We just, everything they tried, we just kind of knocked back, literally knocked down. And then obviously Oregon just sealed it 23-0. First shutout in a playoff game for Oregon since 1917 or something. Massive amount of time. So it was just a great game to watch. Very easy on the heart, I must say. About halftime, it's like, okay, I think we're going to win this game. So it was very relaxing in the second half. Thank God.
Yeah, your stress level was very low in that game.
That's right.
Watching that game, I'm very impressed. Now, it was only 6-0 at halftime.
Yeah, that's right.
So it wasn't the most comfortable.
No.
Wasn't the most comfortable scoreline for you there at halftime.
Yeah.
But Oregon felt in control.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And the biggest surprise for me was Texas Tech.
Yeah.
We had seen what Texas Tech did to teams. We watched them play BYU twice.
Yeah.
And BYU's not a bunch of scrubs. That's a really good football team. Texas Tech twice mopped the floor with BYU.
Yep.
Thoroughly dominated them in those 2 games, the regular season game in Lubbock and the Big 12 championship game. Texas Tech was thoroughly dominant, and I was concerned coming in with Oregon. It was a matchup of equals.
Yep.
Because, we saw Tech's offense was very good against presumably decent defense.
Yep.
We knew how elite level their defense was and thought they could get pressure on Dante Moore and company and disrupt a lot of what Oregon wanted to do. At the same time, we know how talented Oregon's offense can be.
Yeah.
And their defense is a bit underrated. Oregon's is.
Yeah.
So it was going to be a matter of who wins the matchups, who wins the individual matchups.
Yeah.
And it was point by point by point by point by point. Every matchup was won by Oregon.
Yes.
Which was very, very surprising to me to see Texas Tech just not play the way we were used to seeing Texas Tech play this season.
Yep.
I disappointing, shocking.
Yes. A complete shutout. I knew Texas Tech were going to give us a game. It was going to be a very close game. I didn't expect it to go like that. You never heard of, like Texas Tech and Rodriguez. You thought, man, he's going to dominate this game. He's going to be everywhere. I think I heard his name twice in the whole game. It's like he didn't really do anything. He couldn't get started. I'm definitely not complaining, that's for sure. But
oh yeah,
it's just I don't know what happened on the day. And as I always say, you're only as good as the day you play. So, and
yeah.
thankfully, touch wood, that day Oregon just dominated and reflected in the scoreline, 23-0.
Yeah, Oregon did a really good job of not allowing him to disrupt them.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
They didn't have to destroy him. They just had to neutralize him.
Yeah,
they did an outstanding job of just neutralizing him, keeping him out of the play, keeping him from getting to Moore, keeping him from getting into the backfield, and wreaking havoc.
Yeah.
A fair amount of quick passes. I mean, it's the Oregon style of offense mostly. A lot of quick passes, a lot of wide receiver screens. Get the ball to your playmakers and let them make a play. And for the most part, they did. And the Oregon defense forcing 4 turnovers. That's when you're turning teams away, when you're getting the ball turned over, getting lovely gifts handed right back to you to take advantage of, and turning the opposition away with your defense. It's a sign of a good day, and not a lot of teams are going to win when they're -3 in the turnover battle.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is what Texas Tech was.
Yes.
I mean, Tech did wind up getting 1 turnover, but ultimately it was meaningless. But yeah, 23-0, first Rose Bowl shutout for Oregon since 1917.
I mean, it was much better playoff than we had last year, that's for sure. So kind of killed that some of that kibosh from last year. But our next game is what's
excuse me, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot you played in the Orange Bowl. I was
Orange
thinking
Bowl,
my Rose Bowl was in the brain. But first bowl game shutout since 1917, and of course back then the only bowl game was the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, that's right. So
my brain just wasn't quite working there. But to make that long trip to Miami, now you got another long trip coming up for the Peach Bowl in Atlanta. You guys make the national championship game, which would be another trip to Miami. Y'all will be considered the Road Warriors.
Yes, that's right. We've had some pretty big long
that table.
Yeah, I know. That's it. It's some pretty big road trips. Got another one again. So hopefully they've had some great preparation in between. It is a quick turnaround. We're back on the road again. As you said, down to Atlanta to somehow battle Mendoza and bloody Indiana somehow. I have no idea how we're going to do it, but it's going to be a bloody good game. It's I'm just hoping we can stay in contention for the whole game. So
we'll preview that coming up here in a little while, but let's get into the preview.
Yes,
let's talk Indiana.
Yes, let's talk Indiana. I was just going to say let's visit the Rose Bowl and Indiana and Alabama. We kind of going into it, we kind of knew Indiana was going to be a tough team to beat, a real tough team to beat. But man, I did not think they were going to beat up on Alabama. Excuse me, so much. It was just a masterclass in look. This is how we're going to do it, and we're for real. It's like, dang, man. Not a good day for Alabama fans, that's for sure.
Yeah, that is the chip on the shoulder.
Yeah, that's right.
That I talked about a little while ago about Indiana.
Yes.
Because, of course, Indiana's new blood, all right, in football. Alabama is the bluest of blue blood.
Yes.
Have been for most of the last 70 years. They've been one of the elite programs in college football. And you can argue that goes back even further, considering they played in their first Rose Bowl 100 years ago.
Yeah.
They were making a trip to Pasadena. So this is the quintessential blue blood program, the Alabama Crimson Tide. against the nouveau riche of college football, thanks to the transfer portal and the fact that Indiana hit an absolute grand slam home run when they hired Curt Cignetti from James Madison.
Yeah.
And to think Alabama could have had him. I want you to think about that for a second, because Nick Saban retired at the end of the 2023 season.
Mm-hmm.
At the exact same time Indiana hires Curt Cignetti, Alabama was looking for a coach.
Yeah.
I want every Alabama fan to think, before we get into the breakdown of the game and discussion of the game, I want every Alabama fan to think, would you rather have Curt Cignetti prowling that sideline in Tuscaloosa right now, or how you feeling about having Kalen DeBoer? Now, I'm sure 2 years ago when the hiring was happening and Cignetti's name was popping up, no Alabama fan thought seriously that he could be a proper Alabama coach.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He comes from FCS. He comes from a school that primarily was an FCS school. He handled the transition, getting them to FBS, and did a great job did an outstanding job.
Yeah.
Getting them to FBS.
Yeah.
But come on, James Madison to Alabama, that is about 4 bridges too far. Every Alabama fan would have said that. I dare say every Alabama fan who would have said that 2 years ago would be like, please give us Cignetti. We want Cignetti. Please come to Alabama. Instead, he goes to Indiana and has turned Indiana in 2 years into frickin' Alabama.
Yeah, that's right.
They are, that team is an absolute bully on the football field. They have talent at every position, and it's not necessarily, talent that you would see on a scouting report. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a lot of undersized guys. Now the offensive line, no, that those road graders, they are big, they are mean, they are nasty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But maybe a little underskilled, maybe a smidge undersized, a little bit overlooked, a little bit underappreciated, but they've got talent in there somewhere.
Yeah.
And Coach Cignetti just has this innate ability to take guys like that and coach them the hell up.
Yep.
And turn a bunch of guys who've been in different programs in different parts of the country and snag them out of the transfer portal and bring them in and make them into a team. That he makes those guys, the collective of those guys, are far greater than the sum of the parts of that collective.
Yeah.
And that is the sign of a great head coach, of a great coach in any sport, is the one that can bring out the best in everybody, from the superstar down to the bottom man on the roster.
Yeah.
He just makes players better. And you see Fernando Mendoza. Who would have thought Mendoza, coming in from Cal, in the transfer portal,
60th? Or something in the rankings in the portal?
An afterthought.
Yep.
Basically.
Yep.
He brings in this Fernando Mendoza, who comes to Indiana because his brother's there already.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm sure his brother was raving about Indiana and what Cignetti was doing, what the program was doing. And he's like, bro, you got to come here. You have got to come to Bloomington. There's something here.
Yeah, that's right.
So he leaves Cal, hits the portal. Cignetti snaps him up, and he turns Fernando Mendoza from an afterthought into the Heisman Trophy winner.
Yep.
The best player in college football in one season.
And how many people said, he shouldn't have won? No way he should have won that Heisman. He was not good enough. Well, I think he kind of answered
anybody
that.
Saying that.
Yep.
Anybody saying that, sit down and shut up.
Yeah, that's
Just sit down and shut up. Your opinion means nothing.
Yep.
If you were going to say something like that Fernando Mendoza did not deserve the Heisman, your opinion is meaningless.
Yes. Yep.
You saw the talent all year, and then what does he do? In a game where all the eyes are on him. This is a game that, okay, Indiana is going to look, it's midnight for Cinderella.
Yep.
All right. The carriage is going to turn back into a pumpkin. Cinderella's going to be out of the ball gown and back into rags.
Yes.
No. Indiana goes out and absolutely poleaxes Alabama.
Yep.
38-3. And that 3 points, I swear, was a pity 3 points.
I think they're very lucky not to get a complete shutout of Alabama. I know.
Ty Simpson got hurt. I wound up cracking a rib.
Oh, I know.
In the game.
Mean, you saw what he was doing. I'm not surprised he only got a couple of cracked ribs. Dang.
Yeah, I mean, and the shot that ultimately put him out.
Yep.
That was a serious shot right in the rib cage, and you could see that he was like, "Oh golly gee, that really bleeping hurt."
That smarts a little bit
when he got hit.
Yep.
And at that point, it was 24-0 at that point.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, Ty, we're not going to risk you.
Yeah.
You've got a future to think about. Maybe we put our backup in. Maybe he stirs something. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Alabama's got a history of, putting a backup quarterback in at halftime of important college football playoff games and, turning chicken what into chicken salad.
Yep. I'm gonna
say, get a field goal, but that was it.
I'm looking forward to their backup having a few more snaps next year too. He looked promising.
He did. Yeah, he did look promising. To get thrown in the third quarter of a quarterfinal playoff game against the number 1 seed in a game where Alabama's getting dominated.
Yep.
He didn't look out of place.
No.
Especially on that drive where they scored.
Yeah.
Now, Indiana did get some more pressure on him, even though they had kind of called off the dogs a little bit.
Yes.
But their quarterback situation at least looks promising in Alabama.
Yes.
But for Indiana, now the other part of the narrative for Indiana, at being the number 1 seed, they were the team that had the bye. Okay?
Yeah, that's right.
They didn't play They didn't play before Christmas.
Yep.
In the first round.
Yep.
They hadn't played in 26 days.
That's a long time.
And the fact that Indiana, of the 7 teams in the 2 years of the 12-team playoff, Indiana's the only one to take a bye and get a win.
Yep.
Just
that
adds to my how the level of how impressed I am with what Indiana's done the last 2 years.
That adds to that statement as well too. So coming off a bye, beating Alabama and beating him by quite a margin as well. Definitely a big statement. Obviously they sat Mendoza out in the half of the fourth quarter there, let his brother take over. I did see a little tweet that said that, Mendoza's so good they actually benched him. It's like, I don't think you understood what was going on in that game. That's not benching somebody. That's, as you said, calling off the dogs, so we don't want to beat up Alabama so much. But, if you can rest your first-string quarterback because you're winning so much, it's like, dang, okay, that's pretty impressive.
And listen, any time a program like Indiana, and again, I don't mean to say that a program like Indiana with disrespect.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Because I have a great amount of respect for what they have become the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And what they are building in Bloomington, what is getting built in Bloomington. It is brilliant. It is a master class of coaching and program building.
Mm-hmm.
But let's be honest, Indiana up until 2024 was a college football punchline.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Yep.
The fact that they got to call off the Dogs against Bama in a playoff game
in the Rose Bowl.
Every Indian,
come on,
in the Rose Bowl, in front of God and everybody watching, and there were millions and millions of people watching this beatdown.
Yep.
At the Rose Bowl. In fact, the ratings were 24 million.
Oof.
Was the average.
Yep.
Watching this game. This thing peaked at over 26 million. The ratings were unbelievable. We'll get into that here in a minute. Because I got all the numbers from the 4 quarterfinal games. The fact that they got to call off the Dogs, every Indiana fan had to have been like, pinch me. Tell me I'm not dreaming this. Tell me this is not some weird haze of something that has been slipped into my drink.
Yep.
And I am actually living this, watching the Indiana Hoosiers call off the Dogs against Alabama.
There had to have
been a whole lot of joy taken.
Yep. They'll be talking about this Rose Bowl in Indiana for forever. Forever.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Absolutely. This team, and they're already at the point. This Indiana team, in 2075.
Yep.
50 years from now.
Yeah.
This is a team that's going to be brought back. These are going to be men who are in their 70s. With gray hair, maybe a couple of marbles loose upstairs, but with their kids, their grandkids, they are going to be brought back to Bloomington, Indiana for a 50th anniversary celebration, and they are going to be gods.
That's right.
In Bloomington, Indiana.
Yep.
That they are already to that point because they have reached such heights.
Yep.
If they win 2 more games, they are going to be absolute legends until the end of time in Indiana. There will be statues of this team all around the state of Indiana. There will be things named after so many of these people in this team. I mean, we're talking buildings, we're talking airports. Babies will have the names of these players.
That's it. I know.
That's how much these guys are going to be honored.
I know.
In Indiana.
Win 2 more games, and that's a guaranteed movie. Surely they must make a movie out of that.
There has to be.
Yeah.
Or at least give us a 10-part documentary.
Yeah, that's it.
Give us a Last Dance documentary.
Yeah, that's right.
Of this team. An epic documentary series.
What a performance
of this team, because we want it. Because Cignetti, 64 years old, getting this shot. In honestly the twilight of his career. He doesn't have all that many years left of coaching. You wouldn't think. Okay. And he finally gets a shot in the big time with Indiana. And he comes into Indiana. They'd won 3 games the prior year. He doesn't even get a shot at one of the big schools. Okay. One of the big football programs. He gets a team that's at the bottom of arguably the biggest conference in college football. And I'll say it isn't, even as an SEC guy. The Big Ten is maybe a little bit better right now. Hurts me to say it, but it's maybe the truth.
Well, stats don't lie. So.
Exactly. We got 2 Big Ten teams in the semifinal. We got 1 SEC team. Numbers never lie until they do. But he gets to take over a program that's at the bottom of the Big Ten. He doesn't complain about it. He doesn't say, okay, well, I'll do my best. He's like, I win. Google me.
Yeah, that's.
He comes in with the confidence, and not only has the stones to say it in the press conference. He goes out and backs it up. and he's done it for 2 years.
Man, that meme aged like fine wine. I tell you what. That
yes,
just
yes.
That's it. I win. Google me. It's like, damn, that is a line. And as you said, he backed it up completely. So,
I mean, he is the opposite of Maverick in Top Gun.
Yeah.
His ego was writing checks his body could cash.
That's right. Man, what a performance. What a almost complete shutout for Alabama, which is obviously not very they're not used to that. That is for sure. So, but let's move on to the final game that we had that day, Ole Miss and Georgia. I honestly thought, it's going to be a good game. Georgia's going to come out on top. They're the stronger team. You know, they've already beaten Ole Miss during the regular season. But, I mean, Ole Miss was down, and then they're back, and then they're down, and then they're back, and then they're down. It's like, oh, my God, you cannot get rid of this team. But in the end, they're just too strong and came away with the win. And I think Georgia shell-shocked is probably an understatement, I think, for that game. So, but what a fantastic outcome for Ole Miss to kind of give a reverse peace sign to Lane Kiffin to say, hey, look what we're doing now. You know, so we don't need
not a reverse peace sign, half a peace sign.
Yeah, that's it.
They're metaphorically telling Lane he's number one.
That's right. That's all they're saying.
We're number one. They're just not. Yeah, they're just not using the traditional finger that indicate number one with.
Yes.
Now this game, the Georgia Ole Miss game.
Yeah.
You saw patterns. I mean, you remember the first game.
Yes.
These two played in Athens earlier in the season. Ole Miss, they jumped out, they had the lead.
Yep.
And then they let it get away. And I was wondering what were the lessons that Ole Miss takes from letting a game like that get away? Because Ole Miss has got kind of the reputation of can't win the big one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
They are very talented. They've had a lot of talented teams even before Lane Kiffin got there.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, the mid 2010s, Ole Miss had some really talented teams, but when they went against the upper echelon, Georgia, Alabama, LSU for a time, they would slip up. They would have that slip on a banana peel moment where you saw that they weren't quite ready for prime time. And that trend had continued even under Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
They could beat up on any mediocre team.
Yeah.
They can win against any good team, but the truly great teams, they weren't able to step up their game. And so many times they would have that game where they're in control against an elite team. They've got the lead and they let it get away.
Yeah.
It happened earlier this year against Georgia. And they come out and they get the lead this time against Georgia. Yep. And I'm wondering, when's the shoe going to drop? When is Georgia going to remember they're Georgia?
Yep.
All right. And here's the thing. Georgia did remember they were Georgia.
Yes.
They were 10 down in the fourth quarter and came back to tie it.
Yep.
And when Georgia tied that game up, I'm like, all right, now we're going to find out what Ole Miss is about.
Yep.
Are they going to crack? Are they going to go 3 and out? Give the ball back to Georgia and let the Bulldogs go down, kick the game-winning walk-off field goal and get their heart broken again? Or are they going to man up? Are they going to say, you are not going to beat us tonight? This is where the bull bleep stops.
Yep.
Of y'all beating us in the fourth quarter. We are taking, this is our game. This is our Sugar Bowl. We are going on. And Ole Miss did that.
Yep.
They stood up. They got the game-winning field goal. They wind up getting the pitchy woo-woo safety and all the craziness there in the last second of the game.
I got to say, we've watched a lot of football in the last 2 years.
Uh-huh.
That last second of that game was the craziest thing I've ever seen. I mean, how good is that ground crew, I got to say, to get that stage on and off the field 3 times? It's like, oh my God. With 1 second, hits a safety. It's like, what is going on?
Yep.
What is going on?
Ball hits the pylon. And listen, the every call that officiating crew made in that last 1 second, they were the right calls.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The ball hit the pylon with a second left.
Yep.
And why is somebody calling me right now? Hang on. No, the ball hit the pylon with 1 second, so you got to play 60 minutes.
Yep.
It's not 59 minutes and 59 seconds. It is a 60-minute game.
Yep.
Okay. So, it's a free kick for Georgia. You can onside it. And, I had originally said in our live stream, well, the last thing, Ole Miss wants to do is actually touch the ball.
Yes. Yep.
Well, they turned out they listened to me, and that was possibly the biggest mistake they could have made.
Yeah.
Because the Georgia player actually fell on the football, and they didn't run a second off the clock because the player was on the ground. He had control. Clock doesn't run.
Yeah.
He's down when he's on the ground with possession of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And he got the ball cleanly. So the second stays. So they start bringing the stage out. Nope. We still have 1 second left. Get the stage off. And then we get the pitchy woo-woo thing.
Yeah.
And doesn't work out. There's a flag down, and we're like, okay, are we sure? Is the game over now? Are we sure the game is over now? Okay, bring the stage out.
Yep.
It was a nutty finish to the
it was crazy finish, I tell you what. That ground crew was probably the best special team of the whole weekend, I tell you what. They well, I don't know. That's a tough one because the crew there in New Orleans at the Sugar Bowl, they did an outstanding job. But I got to give props to the crew out in Pasadena. Yes. Oh yes, to get that field ready. Yeah.
When you are dealing with biblical amounts of rain.
Yeah.
In the lead up to the Rose Bowl, and the field looked immaculate.
Yes, it did. It kind of held up really well too, because it was wet. The sidelines were soaking. You could see when anybody was tackled outside, but the field looked like it was pristine. There wasn't any water. We may have had. I can't even remember if we had anybody slip. I can't remember if that even became an issue. So, the field was fantastic.
The Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
That work.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, it's on the field until Thursday morning.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's through the day Wednesday into Thursday morning. When the rain's up, they pull the tarps off and get the field ready.
Yeah.
Did deal with a little bit of rain after the tarps came off, but just a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. But the grass looked great. The field markings were perfect, and the footing was outstanding.
Yes. Yeah.
I expected it to be a bit of a slop fest.
So did I. With the amount of rain, every time they kept cutting back to the Rose Bowl, it was just bucketing down. So, and you could see the water actually sitting on the tarp as well. So they did a great job.
Yeah, and 30 years ago, that game probably would have been a slop fest.
Yeah.
But it's a credit to modern technology. And drainage systems. That are installed in these stadiums.
Yeah.
I mean, to be able to handle that amount of water and get it to the side of the field and get it out. Get it out of the stadium. Just fantastic work by everybody involved.
Yeah, that's right.
And ultimately ultimately the rain's gone by kickoff, and we wind up with actually a pretty damn nice day.
Yeah, it was
for the Rose Bowl.
That last quarter, you could see the sun coming out. Yeah, it was a beautiful day in the end. And the stadium, the drone shots we got from the blimp, I would assume, were fantastic. The stadium looked amazing too. So
yeah,
it was
the Rose Bowl always dressed.
Yeah,
the Rose Bowl always dresses itself up to the nines for the game.
Yeah.
So I expected nothing less, but even I was a little surprised at just how good it looked, in spite of the biblical amounts of rain they got in the lead up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they did a fantastic job. Fantastic job back there. And as we said, good result for Indiana. So let's look forward to the games we got this week. Thursday, Friday.
Before we get in, before we get into preview mode, want to give a shout out to both Montana State and Illinois State.
Yeah.
For the absolute show they put on last night down in Nashville.
Yeah.
In the FCS National Championship game. I caught a little bit of it. I didn't watch all of it.
Yeah.
But I did catch a little bit of the beginning, and Montana State came out early, jumped out 14-0.
Oh.
Pretty early in the game.
Yes.
And I was figuring, all right. It's been a great ride for Illinois State.
Yeah.
But Montana State's just too damn good. They're coming from Big Sky country.
Yeah.
They're a battle-tested team that has to take on the best of the best of the best at FCS every stinking year.
Yeah.
They've got to run a gauntlet. A gauntlet, of Dakota schools and Montana. So figured, all right, it's been a great run for Illinois State, a historic run, 4 straight road wins for Illinois State to get to the national championship game, including going to the Fargo Dome and beating North Dakota State, which nobody does that.
Yes.
Nobody goes to Fargo and wins, except Illinois State did it in the second round of the playoffs, and one of the biggest upsets in FCS in years. But they had a great run, and even though they got down 14-0, guess what? They go to overtime. The game goes to overtime. Illinois State gets the lead in overtime, and then misses the extra point, which is or the extra point gets blocked.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely heartbreaking.
Devastating.
Montana State scores their touchdown on a 4th down.
Oh, dang.
And then kicks the extra point to win the national championship. But I just wanted to give a shout out to Illinois State and Montana State. Thank you for the show.
Yes.
The country thanks you for the show. Those who watched the entire game, I'm jealous of you because I stepped away from it. I was doing other things last night. I'm sorry I was. I really wish I had watched it. When I came back and I saw how the ending was, I was like, oh man.
Yeah, that's
I could have been watching that.
Yes.
I could have been sitting around watching that instead of the stuff that I was doing. I felt bad. Yeah. I really did.
Yeah.
Because I love seeing a show. I love seeing two teams put on a show for the neutral, for their own fans, and for those of us who just love football.
Yeah, that's right.
Like Pittsburgh and Baltimore Sunday night.
Not
the final game of the NFL
college
regular
football, but
season.
if you want to watch a great fourth quarter of football, definitely watch that Steelers and Ravens. Man, what a game! What a finish to that one as well.
Yeah, that was another show that we got. That I want to thank both teams for giving us the privilege of being entertained by.
Yeah.
Same thing with last night in the FCS National Championship game.
Yeah.
So, congratulations to Montana State on winning the national championship. They've got so much talent up there, but they just have such a gauntlet they have to run every year. And it's tough to run a gauntlet like that.
Yeah.
They caught a couple of breaks, getting, North Dakota State getting knocked out, but ultimately Montana State handled their business and they go home with a trophy.
Yep. So it'd be interesting to see if Illinois State will build on that for next year. So see if they'll be in the running again for next year. So good luck to them.
So.
Good luck to them for the next season. So let's preview the games that we got coming up. The first one we're going to talk about is Miami and Ole Miss. What are your thoughts on this matchup? This one could go either way.
Well,
either way, these both teams have been fighting all season. So,
well, and remember the complications that Ole Miss is dealing with. All right.
Yes.
Their head coach left.
Yep.
He's in Baton Rouge now.
Yep.
A fair amount of his staff have been splitting time. I mean, Charlie Weiss, the offensive coordinator, is saying, I'm coaching the bowl game. I'm coaching Ole Miss this week. You know, I still can't come to Baton Rouge. And remember, we're in transfer portal season.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
This is an important time for coaching staffs at the schools you're actually going to be at in 2026.
Yeah, that's right.
But you know, there's a fair amount of staff that's still in Oxford coaching Ole Miss.
Yeah.
In this playoff run. So that's one complication, and you know, it's a matter of, okay, I mean, who's going to be coaching in the game?
I know.
How much? We don't know. We're not totally certain. And,
I know.
And I mean, how much is that impacting the team itself?
Yeah, exactly.
Not knowing who's going to be actually
coaching
running
for the
practice.
Game. Yep.
Who's going to be calling plays? Who's going to be on the sideline with you for the semifinal? And it's not like Miami's a bad football team. As we've seen their first two playoff games, Miami's scary.
Yep.
Especially on the defensive side of the ball.
If Miami starts connecting those offensive plays, it's going to be tough to beat them. It's going to be an interesting game, as you said. Ole Miss overcoming things off the field as well as obviously on the field. So it's going to be an important game for them to, especially morale within the team. It'd be hard to keep everybody on the same page, you know. I definitely would not like that job, but they've got a job to do. They're going to meet Miami in the next game, and then hopefully come away with the win. I don't know who's going to win, but
the interesting part about, you know, with everything Ole Miss is going through, I talk about something that can galvanize a team, that can just bring a team together, because I mean, you hear all the outside noise, of experts saying, all right, Ole Miss, they've been a nice story. This has got to end sometime. And you know, the disrespect that gets played, and you know, sometimes the whole disrespect thing's kind of overblown. That vehicle nearly got into a wreck right in front of me. By cutting me off. But anyway,
concentrate.
I'm watching the road too while I'm talking. But the disrespect kind of gets overblown a little bit. But at the same time, it's real, at least real to them. And that's all it needs to be. You know, the bulletin board material that can be put up and say, hey, look at what they're saying. Look at what these people are saying. Let's go out and shove that right down their freaking throat. The next time we go on a football field, you know, and things like that can be galvanizing for a team. And it really seems like these two playoff games for Ole Miss, it's been exactly that. I mean, the first round game against Tulane, all right, they really didn't have to play the disrespect card at all, because they were just so much more talented than Tulane. But certainly against Georgia, everybody's saying, Georgia's better. Georgia's gonna steamroll them.
Yeah.
You know, Vegas saying touchdown. Georgia's a touchdown favorite in this game. And the Ole Miss was like, the hell you say? And went out and handled their business in crunch time, which had been their issue. Now they're going to go up against a Miami team that is absolutely battle hardened.
For sure.
From what I was saying earlier.
Yep.
With being in playoff mode.
Yeah.
All through November.
Yes.
And now they've actually played playoff games. This is a battle-hardened team with a lot of talent.
Well, you talk about that disrespect. How many people were saying Miami shouldn't even be in the playoffs, let alone win anything. They shouldn't even be in the first place. So both of these teams are going to be coming in with that a little bit of disrespect trailing them and with something to prove. So it's going to be a great game. Oh, yeah. It's going to be a great game.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I want to see what Chambliss can do against this Miami defense, because that 3-play stretch there in the fourth quarter. I didn't even mention this during the review of the Georgia game.
Yeah, when he was running around, pulling off these crazy throws, dude catching was his running man. For his.
Yeah, one of the play the one of them was. He steps up, kind of circles back, and as he's circling around, sees a very large man right in his face. And then quickly turns back around to his right, starts running to the near sideline. And, of course, at that point, he's running to his left, running into the left of the line of scrimmage. So kind of tough to throw. So what does Trinidad do? Pulls out some Patrick Mahomes crap, does the little option pitch forward for a pass, gets some yardage.
Yeah.
The next play, he goes 30 yards backwards.
Man, I thought he was going to get a safety. It's like, what are you doing? Where are you running?
Yeah, he goes back. He almost got back to the 2-yard line. He was at the 2-yard line. The line of scrimmage was the 32.
Yep.
I think it was. Close to it anyway.
Crazy.
So 30 yards backwards.
Yep.
And as Josh said, in the front bar during the live stream, you could see the thought bubble in his head. Must run faster. Must run faster. Must run faster.
That's right.
And makes a play off of that. And then another play. And it's bang, bang, bang. I mean, it was jaw-dropping stuff.
Yeah.
Can he do that against Miami? Against that quick defensive line for Miami, or are they just going to get in his face all night long?
That's it. But he definitely shows he's got the legs to run. That's for sure. So.
Yeah. If he can. He may be running for his life a lot in the semifinal against Miami.
Yeah.
But if he can successfully run for his life, they got a shot.
Yeah,
if Miami gets a hold of him, they're in deep trouble.
Yeah,
that's the key. Yeah. That's going to be the key to the game right there. Can Miami get their hands on Trinidad and get him to the ground? Because Georgia, they could get hands on him, but they really couldn't get him down.
You got to catch him first. Oh, my God. The running was crazy. Very, very entertaining to watch, but dang. If you're an Ole Miss fan, you'd be going, what are you doing? Just pass the ball. Stop running.
Yes.
But
get rid of the damn ball, Trinidad. Throw it away. And then he makes one of those electrifying, jaw-dropping plays, and yes.
I know. It's gonna be interesting to watch that Ole Miss versus Miami. I think it's gonna be a great game. So that's gonna be on the Friday, obviously my Saturday. So we're gonna watch that. The next game, Oregon versus Indiana. I want to come out and say, you know what? I mean, obviously I have to, build up Oregon. We're going to win. But, man, against Indiana, the way they handled Alabama, Ohio State, it's just like, ooh. They've already beat us once this year. Yeah, we're a different team than we were when we lost to Indiana the first time. But, man, they always say it's hard to beat a team twice. Man, I don't know.
Ask Georgia how tough it is.
Yeah, no, that's exactly
Ask Georgia how tough it is to beat a team twice in a year. You say Oregon's a different team than they were in the first meeting.
It's
absolutely right.
Yeah.
Indiana is too.
Yeah.
And I dare say Indiana.
Yeah.
Indiana's even scarier now because they've had these big games. They've had these games where they're battle tested.
Yeah.
They're getting an opposition's best shot and they're winning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I really think it started with the Oregon game when Indiana went out to Eugene.
Yeah.
And that was a dogfight for most of the game.
For most of it, yeah. That's
mean, 10 point margin really kind of flattered Indiana. Yeah. Because I didn't think that was a 10-point game. I thought Oregon played a lot better than that.
Yeah. It was a couple of plays that went their way and they came away with the win, so.
Exactly.
Does that bode well for us? Maybe. But as you said, Indiana is a completely different team, They've gone on, they've beaten some big names. They've got the Heisman Trophy winner. They've got the Coach of the Year. They've beaten Alabama. They're in the semifinals. I mean, who's going to stop the train? I don't know. I guess we just have to jump on and hold on because it's going to be a game, I tell you.
I'm going to tell you right now, I think Oregon does have the talent to do it.
Yes.
I think they're good enough to do it.
We definitely have the talent. It's just
can they pull this off? It is not going to be an easy ask for Oregon.
No,
because of the talent that Indiana has shown.
Yeah,
we saw against Alabama the road graders on the offensive line.
Yeah,
they just stole the soul of Alabama's defense.
Yeah,
for that entire game. They weren't getting a hand on Mendoza. They weren't getting a hand on the running back. They were not getting any pressure at all, hardly, in that game. Alabama wasn't.
Yeah.
Can Oregon's defense? I think Oregon's defense is better than Alabama's. We saw how good that defense was against Texas Tech.
Yep.
I think they're better. I think they'll get to Mendoza some, just like they did in the first game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Will it be enough? I'm not going to 100% say no. Because I do think Oregon's got a puncher's chance in this game.
Yes.
But at the same time, the big difference between Indiana and Indiana when they went to Eugene is that the reputation for that Indiana team was, all right, they can beat up on the little teams, but when they got to step up, they can't win. Well, they beat Oregon and Eugene.
Yep.
That dispelled the myth. Then they will go to Iowa City, win the tricky one at Iowa City. They survived Penn State, which I still can't explain that.
Great catch at the end to win that game.
But then they beat Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game.
Yeah.
Okay. The challenges they have faced this year against upper level competition, they have answered. They have answered the questions that have been asked of them this season.
Yeah.
Okay. And now they get to go back and play the Oregon team that was their first answer to the challenges.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Who takes the lessons of that game? Because Oregon Dan Lanning is nobody's fool. He is a fantastic coach.
Yep.
He is a fantastic game planner. He's a fantastic strategist.
Yeah.
He will take lessons from the game against Indiana, the first game against Indiana, and he will apply them.
Yeah. Yeah.
What will Kirk Cignetti take from that game that he can apply, and the adjustments coming off?
Yeah.
Because much like war, football is bloodless war, ultimately.
Yes.
Okay. What's the saying about war? About a battle plan. It never survives first contact with the enemy.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That's right.
It is just as true in war as it is in football. And the important thing is how do you adjust when your game plan isn't quite going right, when the game is being played to the style of your opposition? What adjustments do you make to get the momentum back on your side.
Yeah.
And it all comes down to that fine tuning inside the game. And honestly, you got two of the best at it.
Yeah, that's right.
Going in this
that's
game.
Right.
The chess, the internal chess match in the Peach Bowl is going to be outstanding to watch.
And as you know, all the semifinal coaches are all been trained by Nick Saban as well too. So they've all got that. Yeah, well, they've all got that experience and that knowledge. It's just how they're going to put it together. So.
Yeah. You say, everybody talks about the coaching tree.
Yeah.
No. Nick Saban does not have a coaching tree. He has a coaching forest.
That's right. So
that is what he has. So many coaches in college football have been impacted by him. Mm-hmm. And I forgot to mention this. I said I'd mention this earlier about the viewership of the playoffs.
Yes.
I totally forgot. I totally spaced out on that. Oregon, Texas Tech, y'all got to step up your game here.
Yeah.
You only had 15.9 million viewers.
I mean, that's not
for that game.
I mean, it's not. Is that good for? I don't know how much a college football game normally gets.
That's outstanding.
Okay.
15 million. 15 million for anything. 16 million for anything. It peaked at 19 million viewers.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
pretty good. That's pretty good.
The ratings numbers.
Yeah.
Overall, the quarterfinals, 19.3 million average viewers, up 14% year over year.
Wow. Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Through two rounds, it's up about 3%, averaging 14.4 million.
Okay.
Ole Miss and Georgia averaged 18.7 million, peaked at 21.4. It was up 18% year over year from the New Year's Day primetime game last year.
Okay.
Miami, Ohio State, the Cotton Bowl, New Year's Eve, 19 million average.
Yeah.
Peaked at 21.6. Up 37% year over year over the 2024 New Year's Eve game.
Yep.
And then the Rose Bowl, Alabama, Indiana, averaged 23.9 million, peaked at 25.6, most viewed college football playoff game of the 12-team era, and passes 18 of the previous 22 CFP semifinals.
Wow.
In terms of viewership.
Yes.
Everybody wanted to see.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to see Bama against Indiana.
That's right.
Blue blood against new blood.
That's it. It's all these new teams getting into the playoffs. It's like, oh, this is interesting. It's sparking that audience. So audience reactions, and they're already seeing it. So I guess it's a good thing for college football, for sure. More people watching it.
And everybody was concerned about, with all the conference realignment, how's this going to impact viewership?
Yeah, that's right.
And these TV contracts, they can't live up to these numbers. The number just keeps growing.
Yeah.
All right. The only thing on television in the United States drawing more viewers than college football games are NFL games.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's excellent.
There's nothing on television that draws what football does over here. That is 23.9 million people watching Alabama, Indiana. That's like 90% of Australia.
Yep, that's it. That's
watching this game,
which is a massive amount of people too. So that is fantastic. So
yeah. So I just thought I'd share that little stat little nugget I saw on X a day or two ago.
That is fantastic.
Just blows my mind. And what are the numbers going to be for the semifinals this week?
I don't know. It's going to be huge.
I mean, if 24 was the high point of the quarterfinal round, now that we're at the semifinal, are we going to see 30 million, 32 million?
I know.
Are we going to see numbers that actually do rival NFL games?
I know. Right.
High-end NFL regular season games.
I know, Chris, just give me one moment. I just got to go put my dogs out. Just give me 1 second. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. If I don't put them out, they're big dogs and they start wrecking the room. So I do apologize about that. So what were you saying?
Listen, I've owned big dogs. I know what you're talking about. They're like, let me out, or I'm going to destroy you. It's like they're holding you hostage.
I know, that's it. I've got 2 dogs and they're both over 60 kilos. They're just ridiculous.
Ooh, oh wow.
Yeah, so they're big dogs.
You have horses. You don't have dogs. You could put saddles on those things.
They certainly could. They're bigger than Shetland ponies. They're ridiculous.
Yeah. What, Great Danes?
No, they're one's a Neo Mastiff, and then the other one's an Australian pig hunting dog, which is a Bull Arab. So yeah, they're big. They're big dogs. They're big dogs. So.
And probably think they're the size of Chihuahuas at times, right?
That's right. There are very big lap dogs, that's for sure. Huge lap dogs.
Yes. I know the type. I've had a Great Dane that was the same way before.
Yeah, it's ridiculous dogs, but they're very big sweethearts.
I understand the feeling.
Yeah,
yes,
that's it.
Yes, but yeah, football, the numbers just. They continue to amaze me, that the numbers that football draws on television over here. When you look at the annual list of most watched programs, and the first non-football game is like the Academy Awards down at number 77 of the top 100.
Wow. Okay.
I'm serious. That is what American television is.
Yeah. Yeah.
We do love our football here in this country, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And now, we're at the end of the season. We're into January. The games are now so important. We've got 3 college football games left. We've got 13 pro football games left.
Yeah.
And every one of them means everything for the fans of the teams that are involved.
Yeah.
And we're just going to be watching and enjoying it. And when we get to the national championship game, we will mourn the end of the college football season until August.
Yep.
And when the Super Bowl happens, we will mourn and miss pro football until it comes back in September.
That's right.
That's just the way we are. We are entering the dark time of our lives in terms of being sports fans in this country. But I don't mean to go down this dark road, because there is light at the end of the tunnel. The next season will be here in no time.
That's it. So, but we've got to end this season first, and we've got some banger games coming up this week.
Yes.
In a couple of days, we'll be back with some watch parties. It's going to be funny doing one game a day. That's unusual for us, but yeah, it's going to be a fantastic game. As I said, we got Miami, Ole Miss on the Friday, and then the Saturday we've got Oregon and Indiana. So we've got some big games coming up. We'll be here for each of those. What were you going to say?
Thursday night and Friday night, U.S. time, of course.
Yep.
For the semifinals, but that of course kicks off a 5-day fiesta of football for us if you include the pro games.
Yes, that's right.
The 6 wild card games.
Yep.
Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I will be doing a lot of football watching this weekend over 5 days. I'm gonna have to make sure my work schedule
reflects that.
That's it. is compatible with my football schedule.
This bloody working's getting in the way of the football. It's ridiculous. It's like,
come on. It sucks.
I know. Oh, it's crazy. I cannot wait for these games. It is going to be fantastic. So, but we'll be back on the weekend. Well, kind of almost the weekend for those games. I'm looking forward to them. Chris will be here. We'll have some more people in the front bar as well too. So make sure you come along.
Yep.
It is going to be a fantastic weekend of more footy. Semifinals, Miami, Ole Miss, Oregon, Indiana. Who's going to win? Who is going to go into the national championship game? We'll find out in a couple of days. So, guys, thank you very much. Chris, thank you very much for being here. I know you're mobile at the moment. Thank you very much for spending time with us, taking time out of your busy day, reporting with us, wrapping up the week.
Well, you got me all the way to Austin from San Antonio.
Hey, there you go.
So I got no complaints.
That's right. So you make sure you drive safe. We'll see you in the front bar for our first game. We'll see what Miami and Ole Miss have in store for us. So, guys, thank you very much for watching today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Remember, we'll be back with some more football very soon in a couple of days. Make sure you come and spend some time with us in our watch party, guys. We'll see you then.